Hi, are you ready for your next assignment? So you need to have your Google Sheets practice file open. Just to review, you should have a class schedule tab, a belongings tab, a format fun tab, your picture will vary from mine, and a fast food tab. And last time we came up with 3 items from a fast food restaurant, and we took a total or sum of the nutritional information of those items. So I would like to start with a review of the sum formula. I want you to go back to your belongings tab because we're going to calculate a formula using the function little button on the toolbar. So first we want to click where we want the answer to go, and then we're going to go to the function button, that little funny looking E, it's called the epsilon, and we want a sum because a sum is the same as a total, and it's wondering, okay, what exactly do you want to add together? Well, we're going to highlight these cells. This is cell B3 through B12, and then I'm going to press enter. And here's my grand total on my belongings. So if I want to, I can put the word total off to the side. That's as easy as it is. Let the computer do all the adding work for you. You do not need to add this up. So if I double click on this cell, it should show me a formula. It should not show me a number. If it shows me a number, then you added it up and you did the work, and that's not what I want you to do. Okay, now we're going to create a new sheet today. So find that add sheet button. And today's sheet, I didn't put in the right spot, so I'm going to drag it off to the end, and I'm going to name this sheet weather. We're going to talk about the weather today. To set up your spreadsheet in cell A1, you're going to put the word location, B1 the word high, and C1 the word low. So we're going to choose 5 locations, and we're going to record the high and low temperatures for those places as of today or as of whenever we complete this assignment. So obviously if the seasons change when you complete this assignment, the temperatures may vary. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open a new tab. Well, first think of your location. So I'm going to start local right now. I happen to be in Fresno, California. So I'm going to type Fresno, CA. Oops, I'm going to make that capital. And I'm going to open a new tab. And I'm going to type in weather, Fresno, California. And Google has a really cool thing built in to where it should just pop up the weather. This is your current temperature, okay? And then you kind of got to look down here for the highs and lows. So today's Sunday, so our this is funny. It says our high is lower than our actual temperature right now, but that was the projected. So I'm going to go with 66 degrees is the high and 45 is the low down here. I'm going to take that back to my spreadsheet, 66 and 45. So 66 degrees is the high and 45 is the estimated low. Okay, I want you to come up with 5 different locations. Like, you really would want to pick locations that aren't close to each other, that are going to have a variance of temperature. Okay, I've added my locations and I researched all but the last one. Now you'll see this column here needs to go wider because my Puerto Vallarta, Mexico got cut off. So I'm going to make column A wider. You go in between the columns, you click and drag to the width. If you double click, it'll resize it to the perfect size. That's a little tip. If you double click between, it'll resize it to exactly how wide it needs to be to fill or show all the data. Okay, so my last one, Honolulu, Hawaii. So I'm going to do a little Google search on weather, Honolulu, Hawaii. Wish I was there right now. Ooh, 81 high, 68 low, but looks like a few showers today. Well, I could deal with that with a high at 81. So I'm going to put that back in my spreadsheet. 81 and 68. Okay, we're going to format this, and then we're going to calculate the min temperature, which is the low of the lows, and then we're going to calculate the max, which is the high of the highs. So I'm going to pause it while I format, and you need to format it as well. You format it in the manner that you choose. Okay, so I'm back with my formatted information. I made my font size larger. I bolded and I underlined the heading items. I centered the data points for the highs and lows. I filled the high in yellow and the low in blue, and then all the other text data in green. Okay, so ready for the formulas, or also called functions. I'm going to try a different technique this time. I'm going to highlight my cells first, and then I'm going to go to the function button. And I want to know the high of the highs. So I want to know the max of cells B2, B3, B4, B5, B6. So I highlighted them first this time. We're going to get the same answer. Whether you highlight it first or second, it doesn't matter. So 81 is the highest temperature. Then I'm going to highlight the cells in column C. And I'm going to do the min because I want to know the low of the lows. Lowest of the lows. So the computer did the work for me. Obviously, I can look through this and see what's the high and what's low. But let's say you had a list of 100 numbers. You want the computer, again, to do that work for you. So this being a formula, I'm going to put right here, I'm going to put max. And I'm going to put min. And then I'm going to highlight those and center them. And make it a little bit larger, and we'll fill those in red as well. You always want your formula answers to stand out separate from just your typical data. So these are formulas. So 81 is the max and 7 degrees is the minimum. So hopefully you had fun with this. You got to see some of the temperatures in a variety of places. Make sure you chose 5 locations. Formatted your data and added a max formula and a min formula. That's it for now. Let me know if you have any questions.